of Karnataka. That's what we're going to bring to you tonight. And Priyanka, we both have traveled various parts of Karnataka, and we see sometimes that the disconnect that our politicians, netas have with the people, because at the end of the day, there are certain campaigning issues that they pick up, but sometimes they miss out as to what really matters for the people of the state. So tonight, not just what is the hustle and bustle of this entire poll campaigning, but let's also take a look at what matters for the people of Karnataka.
Oh, absolutely, Shravan, and you said it well, because it seems as though a lot of these parts of the campaign, it seemed as though some political parties were completely detached from the ground reality. They did not know what the electorate wanted. They did not know what they had demanded, what were they actually looking for at these elections. In fact, there was a lot of political hyperbole that we saw in this campaigning. And, of course, we will be speaking about that over the next 60 minutes with our guests as well, who are present here with us. And if I could quickly introduce them as well. We have Vivek Reddy, who's the spokesperson of the Karnataka BJP. Thank you so much for joining us. We have Sudhindra MG, who is also the KPCC spokesperson. Tanveer Ahmed as well. He's joining us. He's the national spokesperson of the JDS. And we also have Syed Asad Abbas, who's a political analyst, and he's joining us, and we will be having a more in-depth conversation about what essentially was this campaign and what essentially can we expect on 13th of May, isn't it, Shravan?
I'll in fact start on a lighter note, because I think so we've seen that intense battle between all political parties, but the representation that we essentially have, it perhaps shouldn't essentially look like the Karnataka Assembly or the Vidhan Sabha with the JDS and the BJP on one side, the Congress on the other. The Congress certainly wouldn't want to be on this side. They would certainly prefer to be on the other side. But ladies and gentlemen, let's begin. Let's first take a look at how it all started. Let me first begin with the two guests joining us from the BJP and the Congress. Let me take the first question with you, Mr. Reddy. The BJP always says that we are only bothered about development, we are only bothered about a double-engine sarkar. What is it that the people of Karnataka are going to get? But what we saw in the last 24 to 48 hours is that all that you wanted to speak about was what some would say the Himalayan blunder of the Congress party, the Bajrang Dal controversy. So have you somewhere down the line gone back to what many say, the monopoly of the BJP?
Well, I think the Bajrang Dal controversy erupted because of the Congress missteps or the foolish effort of the Congress in trying to target Bajrang Dal. So that is the reason why the people of Karnataka have responded to this question. This was never in the offing. Bajrang Dal is an independent entity. It is a nation-loving entity. It wants to hold the pride and culture of India. So how do you equate Bajrang Dal to a PFI associated with terrorist organization? This is the Herculean task which the Congress, this is some sort of a suicide which Congress has committed in its manifesto. So therefore that emerged as a main topic for the last two or 3 days. But still the issues are that Congress is not a party that can conserve and protect the interests of India. It is not a party that can conserve the national interests. It is anti-Hindu, it is anti-India. Well, these are the series of allegations that we have against Congress. Apart from this, what is the leadership that the Congress has today? You have D.K. Shivkumar. Can D.K. Shivkumar, having so many cases against him, can he become a viable alternative to S.R. Bommai in the leadership that the parties represent or the parties pose before the electorate? Impossible. And if you look at Siddaramaiah again is a failed person. He has totally failed as a Chief Minister of Karnataka, and his open fellowship or openly how he tries to support the minorities at the expense of majorities. There's nothing wrong in supporting the minorities. Every government does. But the problem is that you pose them against each other. You
Mr. Reddy,
pit them against each other. This is the problem that we face with Siddaramaiah.
In fact, when I was traveling from Shivamogga, Tanveer, what has essentially happened, people almost commented, Mr. Reddy, you might find it a little offensive, but that's what some people said, that it was almost like an empty food plate that the BJP had all this while. If there was one political party which has done the job of feeding the BJP, was Mr. Sudhindra's party. They gave that real fodder to the Bharatiya Janata Party. Mr. Reddy, I'll come back to you because you're still dodging that bullet that I'm firing. That is the Bajrang Dal bullet that I fired, because as we say, Sudhendraji, what really happened to the Congress party? Because some say, the sense that I got, there is a complete divide within the party. The divide is, some never wanted the Bajrang Dal. DK Shivkumar never wanted the Bajrang Dal issue to be cropped up. Your high command, who's always disconnected, wanted to inject this Bajrang Dal issue. Don't you think that is misfire? And that is why Mr. Reddy today is very happy, because he believes that you have given the fodder and now he is going to have a stomach which is full and enjoy the next 5 years.
If Mr. Reddy feels this is a good fodder good enough to fool the people of Karnataka, so my best wishes to him. But let me tell you, the
fooling part, Tanveer's boss, Mr. Kumaraswamy, actually told me in an interview today that your party is fooling the people of Karnataka by saying this Bajrang Dal issue. I asked him a specific question.
I am coming to Bajrang Dal issue only. Since that has been highlighted as the main issue, let me tell you, if someone, at least we people who can read our manifesto, there is not a word mentioned called ban in that complete paragraph. I have read it. If you want, we can quote it.
In the last sentence it says.
No, correct me if I am not wrong, the Kannada version says something else. The Kannada version says something else.
But there
The
was
English
some
version
kind
says.
of misconception of this.
Any organization which disturbs peace, which is a threat to the law and order situation, which has communal, which raises communal concerns, like the PFI, like the Bajrang Dal, we will take suitable action. No, what is wrong in that? It can be anybody. So it is. See, our law says anybody who disturbs peace, anybody who evokes communal passion, they have to be punished. It is as per the law of the country. What wrong has Congress told? We have only identified.
I want to point out first, very, very quickly, then you can probably continue, because this is a more specific thing that I'm asking you, and I think you were also getting to that. The Kannada version of the manifesto and the English version of manifesto, they were two different things. And we saw Congress leaders floundering for an answer, for a defense, as to why they really did this misstep. It was essentially giving the BJP an issue on a platter, wasn't it not?
If you can go through the manifesto in full detail, where there is no word called ban. We only say that anybody who disturbs peace and law and order will be punished.
So
suitable action will be taken.
With the words like
now
the
you tell
PFI,
me what is wrong?
Like the Bajrang Dal.
What is wrong in Congress saying that anybody who disturbs peace, anybody who evokes communal passion, they will be punished? Is there anything wrong? I think that is what, from what I have understood of my constitution, of the law that this country provides to me as a citizen.
Okay.
That is what.
But sir, then we give our support to SDPI, then we give our support to all of these.
See, we have only taken an example saying that these are the kind. If they evoke, it can be anyone.
Can I get back?
It can be anyone. If they are trying to disturb peace,
Let's do
yes,
something.
we will take action.
That's the reason why, unfortunately, I should apologize. I didn't want to bring the Bajrang Dal issue right at the top of my debate, because that was exactly what is going to happen. But that's the flavor of it. That's the flavor of it. But having said that, I want to really concentrate a little bit, Tanveer, about the fact that when I spoke to Kumaraswamy earlier in the day, he made it very clear. He said both the parties are trying to fool the people of Karnataka. In fact, he spoke about the Muslim reservation also. He said that the Congress never brought it. It was H.D. Devegowda who brought the reservation issue. But I want to focus a little bit more about issues that have been completely whitewashed by both the national parties. As a regional party, do you think you were making that attempt to perhaps bring in certain issues that were not being picked up by both?
See, we need to really understand. One is trying to behave like a political vulture, and another is providing dead meat. So I don't want to really tell which is the party which is behaving like a political vulture and who has provided dead meat. But here in Karnataka, when we talk about infant mortality, we are highest. Women, while during pregnancy period, they lose their lives because of malnutrition and for not getting proper food. When we say that, from when you are pregnant, 5th month to 12th month of your pregnancy, 3 months before and 3 months after you deliver a child, that we are going to provide you nutrition food, don't you think this is an issue? When we have our education system, which is totally so expensive, when we say that in every gram panchayat you would provide a school from LKG to 12th standard with all the amenities, is it not the issue which Karnataka needs? When we are saying that every gram panchayat would have a hospital with 3 doctors and 30 support staff with 30 beds, is it not what Karnataka needs? These are the issue Karnataka needs. Agrarian crisis, roads, infrastructure. We were competing with the world when it comes to manufacturing industry for pharmaceutical and for EV batteries. We have lost it. Why? The foreign companies which came to Karnataka was very scared of this 40% commission sarkar.
But there is a BJP would obviously object to it because they say
highest,
yeah, just
like
one
the
minute,
highest
Vivek,
investment.
I'll allow you to complete this because it's important. But just an interjection simply on the count that they say from the indices point of view, be it unemployment, be it inflation, be it any other issue, they're comparing you to the national average country. They're saying that we're doing much better. I want you to respond to that also.
See, I'll tell you, we have a very smart IT minister who says, Dunzo delivery is an IT job. People who from the age of 27 to 35 can do Dunzo, after 35 they'll become a redundant force for Karnataka. Have you really taken any moves to really train them? No, absolutely no. Rhetorics and media management. I think BJP is really a clear winner.
I'll allow him to complete, Vivek. I'll give you. We'll have enough time for everyone.
Clear winner. And a party, a grand old party, which definitely deserves to be buried, and their ideas is nothing but Congress. Congress absolutely lacks issues because Congress have never understood Karnataka and Karnataka's requirement. Let's really talk about Kaveri and Mahadayi. They are always mum because they want election, the importance of the election there in Goa and Maharashtra also. We are a Kannadiga party. I repeat, we are a Kannadiga party which wants to stand for Karnataka and Karnataka's requirement. Nandini, we bought it saying that Nandini needs to really survive. They really tried. Oh, no, Nandini is important. We can't really kill Nandini. When they go to Gujarat, Nandini is yummy. But when they come to Karnataka, they say, no, let us not talk about Amul. This is a double standard which both these parties have really done. A Karnataka, Kannadiga centric party does. And H.D. Kumaraswamy is the only one who's a non-rhetoric person, who's speaking about employment, who's speaking about infrastructure, who's speaking about health, education, infant mortality, speaking about pregnancy, speaking about providing 10 or 15 hubs for economic development. Don't you think these are the issues what they need to
Before both the political parties respond, let me also bring in Syed. But Syed, do not get swayed that you are sitting just next to the Congress, you have to help him. I want you to basically, the reason why we brought you into the debate is to speak about the people of this state. I want to once again come back. Yes, there are very pertinent issues. In fact, when Tanvi spoke about infant mortality, barring a very small reference of it in the Congress manifesto and a little bit with regards to what they're going to do in terms of medical facilities, the BJP, I've read both the manifestos, but I don't see some of the other key issues that Tanvir was raising. I want, as you from the state of Karnataka, do you believe both the national parties have done justice in terms of addressing the issues? Because what we see right now on the street, forget about rural Karnataka, even urban Karnataka, I have not seen that kind of focus being given by any political party.
Sure, I'll be honest on your show, and let me tell you firstly, great to have Team Republic here in Bengaluru. Namma Bengaluru, so namaskara. I think coming straight to the point, there's a beautiful saying, if you smell mud, it's rain. If you smell tar, it's elections. On a very light note, I wish elections are held every 3 months. We'll have beautiful roads and the city will be beautified even more. Now let me speak as a youth representation of my beautiful state of Karnataka, the land which belongs to Lord Basavana, who speaks of unity. To me, what hurts me today, Shavan, is when I say Shavan, Priyanka, Tanvi, I do not see you as Hindus or Muslims. I see us humans, Kannadigas, Indians. That's all matters to me. To me, I will never cast a vote as a Kannadiga, as a youth, to a party which does Hindu-Muslim. I will not vote for a party which brings in certain elements which are no good for coexistence. Let me speak of Lord Basaveshwara, the head, the Lord of our Lingayat brothers. He is the lead, and that is the reason Lingayats today and mass vote for the BJP. What did he say? He spoke about coexistence. He spoke about humanity. He spoke about brotherhood. And BJP is doing exactly the same. I think it's high time, my friends of the Lingayat, wake up and spell the coffee. Now let me address better points. What I want as youth of the state is employment. Employment, neither the Congress nor the BJP has done nothing about it. As a matter of fact, I heard Kumaraswamy saying his hands are tied up from Siddaramaiah because he's not allowing him to function. trust me, in the intent is not enough. Will to do action is what is needed. To me as a youth, I want better universities. I want the best of hospitals. I want Bangalore to be a startup capital not of India, but the world. We are the Silicon Valley. But is this how it is? Roads people are dying. Roads people are dying. This is not the garden city. You're trying to take
But
it to the garden city.
that also brings me back to the question, Shravan, that you also started to ask with the BJP as well. Why have we not seen these issues at the epicenter of this entire campaign? And you started, sir, your party started the entire campaign, and you always position yourself as the double engine sarkar, as the political party that works towards development, the no-nonsense party that only focuses on development. But over the last few days, since this entire manifesto fiasco, in fact, had also broken out, we have not seen that narrative. We have not seen the BJP also talk about this developmental push as well. In fact, there were also a lot of silences when there were questions raised about corruption as well.
Well, I think first of all, development is always on the agenda of BJP. This is a twin development that we are looking at. It is the force of the central government along with the force of the state government. Both these governments have established one of the best developmental modules in India. You look at foreign trade investment, it is one of the highest in India. You look at GST, that is the number of business transactions that occur or service transactions that occur. Across the board in India, Karnataka contributes to 14,000 crores of GST a month. And the next state, this is the second state, largest state, the next state is Maharashtra with about 32,000 crores. So Karnataka is leading India in terms of business and development. So this is how, these are the indices on the basis of which you calculate whether business is really happening, whether progress is really happening. The sort of tax net and the gains that Karnataka is making is simply a module for India, and this is under the BJP Sarkar. So this is where we are saying the Bajrang Dal incident may have taken over the issue pertaining to what is the culture of India, why is Congress so obsessed with a culture-oriented organization such as the Bajrang Dal.
Just a very quickly point, a very quick point. You're saying that it has taken over. You said you've taken over, but we were on the streets today covering this roadshow, Shravan, and we saw the BJP workers with this, Lord Hanuman masks and all of those subtle messaging. We saw today in the roadshow.
It is open. We need to have. We don't compromise on the culture of the nation. Congress will compromise. This is the message we are getting out to the people. India means, the genius of India is its civilization, is its culture. How can you just allow it to evaporate? There is
have we reached to a position where we are saying that the Bajrang Dal is the true representation of the civilization of our country?
Exactly.
Is the Bajrang Dal the real representation of our country? Of course, it could be. I'm saying, Tejasvi Surya tells me that if they are a cultural organization, so be it. But the fact of the matter is that you are hinging your entire work on campaign on simply on Bajrang Dal.
On the contrary, it is the Congress that is trying to equate a neutral cultural organization with a terrorist organization. Why this love? Why this love?
What do you mean by neutral cultural organization? On one hand, you say
cultural organization. Anyway,
Bajrang Dal represents the entire epicenter of our culture. Does Bajrang Dal represent the epicenter of our
Syed, you'll have to. Okay, I want Sudhindra also to respond. Sudhindra, you are seeing again and again, everyone wants to punch you the moment you talk about Bajrang Dal, the most cultural organization that the Bharatiya Janata Party is basically hinging on. But you please tell me, what really happened? What was that chemical reaction that happened within the Congress party laboratory that you all had to bring this Bajrang Dal and equating of all things to the Popular Front of India? May I just remind you that your government has also been accused of at least being soft on the Popular Front of India, the former Chief Minister Siddaramaiah. Secondly, removal of cases of the Popular Front of India. Are you now telling me that both the organizations are the same? But before that, he also spoke about the corruption angle. First, because I have not come to you about the corruption issue. 40% Sarkar is what you say. You say there is not a double engine Sarkar. You say that there is a rate chart. Now you please tell me, if you wanted your entire campaigning to be on the corruption issue, what stopped the Congress party from taking this entire matter to the court if you thought that the corruption was at this level, or to the Lokayukt?
See, Lokayukta, I mean, just for your information, you already filed a complaint with the Lokayukta, but no action is being taken. That is one part. But then, this 40% Sarkar was first told by the Contractor Association.
Yeah, that
it is not a Congress, invented, coined word. And all the the corruption charges, their own MLA, Basuraj Etnal, had a huge corruption charges against their own chief minister. Never in the history of independent India, a cabinet minister has written a corruption complaint against his own chief minister to the governor of any state. That happened with Mr. Ishwarappa writing a complaint on Yediyurappa. No, why are these issues not addressed? Is this for the Congress to take that to the court or something? It is their own people. Have they even served a notice to Basuraj Etnal? Renukacharya leveled serious charges against CP Yogeshwar. Now both are getting tickets and they are contesting. Now what does they mean? Do they endorse what Renukacharya said? Do they endorse what Basuraj Etnal said? Basuraj Etnal said, I have been asked by someone to pay 3,000 crores to become the CM.
All
and
these
he is not even, it is your own MLA. It is not Congress.
Grapes are sour.
It is not Congress, my friend. It is your own MLA. He said,
He's asking you.
डेटा डिलीट हुआ था, रिपब्लिक पूछ रहा आपसे। सिद्धार्थ, मैं पूछ रहा हूँ, 8 तारीख को हार्ड ड्राइव से डेटा डिलीट हुआ था। डेटा डिलीट हुआ था हार्ड ड्राइव से, आपने बताया क्या था डेटा? 8 हार्ड ड्राइव का डेटा डिलीट हुआ था या नहीं?
यहाँ पर लिखा गया है स्टैंड। इसी जगह से सचिन वाजे को बोला गया था खड़े रहने के लिए।
सिद्धार्थ, 8 तारीख को हार्ड ड्राइव से डेटा डिलीट हुआ था, रिपब्लिक पूछ रहा आपसे। सिद्धार्थ, मैं पूछ रहा हूँ, 8 तारीख को हार्ड ड्राइव से डेटा डिलीट हुआ था। डेटा डिलीट हुआ था हार्ड ड्राइव से, आपने बताया क्या था डेटा? 8 हार्ड ड्राइव का डेटा डिलीट हुआ था या नहीं?
That is Christian Michelle. First visuals on your scene. Christian, would you want to speak? Christian, have you turned down the brewer? Christian, would you give facts to India?
सिद्धार्थ, 8 तारीख को हार्ड ड्राइव से डेटा डिलीट हुआ था, रिपब्लिक पूछ रहा आपसे। सिद्धार्थ, मैं पूछ रहा हूँ, 8 तारीख को हार्ड ड्राइव से डेटा डिलीट हुआ था। डेटा डिलीट हुआ था हार्ड ड्राइव से, आपने बताया क्या था डेटा? 8 हार्ड ड्राइव का डेटा डिलीट हुआ था या नहीं?
यहाँ पर लिखा गया है स्टैंड। इसी जगह से सचिन वाजे को बोला गया था खड़े रहने के लिए।
ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಏನ್ ತಮಾಷೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಪ್ಪ. 60 ವರ್ಷ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕನ ನೆಟ್ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ ಮಾಡಿದಿದ್ರೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ನನ್ನ ಓಟು ಸುಳ್ಳಿನ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿಗಲ್ಲ, ಮೆಟ್ರೋ, ಹೈವೇ, ಏರ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್, ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಸ್, ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ನ ನೀಡಿದವ್ರಿಗೆ. ನನ್ನ ಓಟು ಡಬಲ್ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ಗೆ, ಡಬಲ್ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ, ಮೋದಿಯವರ ಡಬಲ್ ಇಂಜಿನ್ ಸರ್ಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ.
ಈ ಬಾರಿಯ ನಿರ್ಧಾರ ಬಹುಮತ ಬಿಜೆಪಿ ಸರ್ಕಾರ, ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿಯ ಸಾಕಾರ.
सिद्धार्थ, 8 तारीख को हार्ड ड्राइव से डेटा डिलीट हुआ था, रिपब्लिक पूछ रहा आपसे। सिद्धार्थ, मैं पूछ रहा हूँ, 8 तारीख को हार्ड ड्राइव से डेटा डिलीट हुआ था। डेटा डिलीट हुआ था हार्ड ड्राइव से, आपने बताया क्या था डेटा? 8 हार्ड ड्राइव का डेटा डिलीट हुआ था या नहीं?
He has been cooperating with the summons. Why have you arrested him in such a fashion? He has been interrogated for over 100 hours. First to go.
Every leader that I spoke to, right, start from the chief minister to your parliamentarians here, the first thing that they say that where are the allegations coming from? It's coming from DK Shivkumar. Second, you say, where is the evidence? Now, when the matter of Rupsa happened, there was an audio tape that came out. Am I right or not, Sai?
Yes.
When that happened, what stopped you from taking any sort of action? Because what has happened is that you were only hoping that 2 things will happen in this election. Correct me if I'm wrong. One, you were hoping that the Prime Minister will come and help your sinking boat, lift it up. Second, you were hoping that some blunder or the other the Congress party will do and they will help you to win the election.
Well, I don't think so. It is our developmental agenda. Mr. Bommai, from the past 2 years where he's been in office, at least about 1/3 of a year where he's been in office. And during Mr. Yediyurappa's term, there's been enough done in the arena of development which really inspires confidence. Like in the area of health, you have expanded the number of hospitals in the districts. You have established MBBS courses cum hospitals in various districts. In the area of education, you have established various institutions. You have expanded this whole ambit and you have expanded the economy. This is the achievement.
Do you agree, Syed?
This is the achievement of Karnataka.
Do you agree?
What I would say, just allow me to complete. What I would say is that Karnataka today stands independently on the achievements of the BJP government. Number one. Second is to add to this, to supplement to this is the Modi Sarkar's achievements and huge national projects such as Bangalore-Mysore expressway and metro.
JDS has a problem. If I'm not wrong,
JDS has a problem with everything we do.
JDS said
because it hits
Bangalore-Mysore. No, 1 minute.
Better not to.
On a lighter note again, JDS. If I'm not wrong, Tanvir, correct me if I'm not wrong. The JDS also had a problem in the Bangalore-Mysore. You don't have a single toilet. Not a single toilet.
There are several exits
created. Go ahead.
It's not about.
That was on a lighter note because
It's not about pilots alone. 27 kilometers of the road is still not done. One thing. And second thing, after constructing it, more than 500 to 600 houses were totally washed away because they didn't really plan. 40% commission. The amount which was really allocated to make roads were made, Mr. Bommai's and other people's houses. This went and
But you'll have to substantiate.
What is the allegation is making?
Tanvir, you're saying that the Chief Minister.
I didn't expect it from Mr.
Tanvir, when you're making 1 minute.
At least
Okay, 1 minute. We'll allow him to.
Public TV showed visuals of the entire big stretch of the road getting flooded just by one small rain.
Go ahead. Okay.
What is the
Vivek is I don't want you all to hijack this now. Let Tanvir make that. Tanvir, you were making the comment about the fact that collapsing infrastructure.
see, absolutely collapsing, more than collapsing infrastructure, collapsing morality. Karnataka was absolutely a government which has really produced great leaders. Great leaders. Karnataka has immensely contributed for the development of the country in terms of when the world was not, the country was not knowing about IT. We were producing the largest amount of IT engineers. We were having one of the best infrastructure. We were having green city, garbage city, corruption city, rhetoric city. Karnataka and Bangalore never ever. I was born here. I hopefully am going to die here. We never saw any differences between religion and religion. Suddenly all these people do come into picture and makes rhetoric. And second thing, if just saying Jai Bajrang Bali is going to make me a Hanuman Bhakt, no. Hanuman is the person who has really fought against the evil. Hanuman is one person who has really taken every person of low stature to a higher level. That's Hanuman. Hanuman fought against the evil. And today, just Bajrang Dal and Bajrang Bali is not the same. I can really recite the entire Hanuman Chalasya. I challenge BJP people to come here.
You are sounding more like what the Congress party. DK Shivkumar also said the same thing.
That's a lot of political hyperbole as well. But please go.
So I think my good friend Vivek is a brilliant lawyer. He was mentioning about Karnataka's achievement and centrally. I think it's an achievement when you take away 40%. Imagine a project of a road, 100 crore.
But there again, Syed, whenever you are saying this, let's take this forward by saying you say there is a 40% cut.
Yeah.
They said where is the 40% cut?
Okay, I will answer you where. There was a man who even suicided naming K.S. Ishwarappa, one of the so-called tallest leader, saying that this man has taken 40% cut as per BJP. As per BJP.
One by one.
Let's complete the
Why is this bias against BJP leaders? There is nothing about DK Shivkumar.
Continue. Your point and then
the reality.
Why is the bias?
He named Ishwarappa and then he committed suicide.
Are you anti-BJP by any chance?
I understand my political friends, they are muzzled in their party, so Allow me to finish my point, please.
But you don't talk about DK Shiv
I'll
Kumar,
tell you
why?
about DK Shiv Kumar. I'll tell you about him. I'll
Okay.
tell you about Siddaramaiah too. The fact of the matter, when this corruption thing comes in, what is going to be a quality of 40 crore is pocketed by the minister, and in 60 crore, the contractor keeps 20 crore. And in near 40
But he says show the proof.
It's not.
He says, Vivek says show the
Okay,
proof.
I'll tell you why the proof isn't coming out. What happens on all these contractor association?
They will put behind bars.
FIR against them, and they're all behind
No,
bars.
okay.
Allow me to come.
It is not an FIR.
Imagine. No. One minute. Vivek.
Do you know what is criminal defamation?
30 seconds.
Do you know what is criminal
30
defamation?
seconds.
When you make a false allegation,
seconds.
you can't substantiate
My
it.
friend.
You will go to jail.
But I think he was getting to that. Let's let him complete.
30
Yeah,
seconds.
yeah.
Allow me. Thank you very much. You can sue me as well.
No worries, we can't send you.
I'm lawyer.
You're getting very near to being sued.
Okay, and now I'll tell you. You know, with matter of Bajrang Bali, let me tell you where it comes from. Justice D.Y. Chandrachud made a very important order that any hate speech across the station.
No, first finish the corruption angle. No. You're jumping from one by one.
Why?
He's saying, he's academic and saying,
Alright.
he's academic. One minute.
Doesn't
Why don't?
Let's go back to the Bajrang topic, but let's let him complete about the corruption.
You know, corruption. Let's finish the corruption angle.
The PSI scam, the police.
But he's saying, why aren't you talking about
I will
DK?
investigated that.
I can show
It
you.
was the Congress skeleton that came
The
out.
mark sheets
It was the Congress
of
skeleton that came out.
candidates who got 10, but they were put as 120. What kind of a scam is
We were the ones who investigated
If you are
and
going to take money and
exposed it.
make sub-inspector,
We were the ones who exposed
what
it.
will happen to the law and order?
Vivek, why don't you respond? Vivek, one minute. Side. One minute.
This whole
Side, you've taken. I'll stick to 1 minute. Hold on. Vivek and Sudhir. I'll give you both now the chance to respond. First to Vivek and then Sudhindra, you come in. Vivek, I've taken your question to both. I've asked them this question, where is the proof? Now let me ask you this question. When you're talking about a bribery case, please tell me when the bribes are given, what kind of proof are you talking about? Is there going to be a recording that's going to happen?
Well, if it is
What
not
is
there,
no, when you say
if
give
it
me
is
the
not
proof,
there, don't
no,
make
give me the
don't
proof.
make reckless
Then give me the
allegations.
proof is what? When you say
Don't
give me the
make-
proof, you will not begin an investigation and say, okay, give me a proof. Where does the proof emerge
The
from?
point is this. When the contractor association first made this allegation, Sean, there is a history to this. Because you were not there when this thing.
No, but
Allow me.
You're talking to someone who with an investigative bent. I
Yes.
will not come to you
My-
without
my
knowing where it
question-
is.
yeah, my
I can also
question
tell you
is-
where it was, when did it
My
go,
question
if you want to test my knowledge on
My
that.
question is, why does this contractor association, Krishnappa,
provided all the
Please allow me to talk. Allow me to talk.
I'll give everyone the chance. Finish. Vivek, Tanvir, just allow him to talk.
This Krishnappa, who was the contractor association president, before he makes this press statement, he comes out of Siddaramaiah's house. And then he makes the statement regarding 40%.
This is ridiculous. So what?
Entire instigation and collusion is by Siddaramaiah. Therefore, you know how all these, where these are
Please
originated from.
expect him to say
This is the sort of thing. This is the way they are trying to fool people.
But
And now he says,
what
so
is
what?
happening? You are losing.
I want to ask him one question.
One minute. Okay, now one by one. No, but Vivek, you're in case, post 13, ladies and gentlemen, it's a very interesting situation. One minute.
Getting it up.
On the 13th, I think so we'll repeat the show. I'll tell you why. God forbid, if you are not, if you emerge as the single largest party, don't feel offended. I'll come to you also. If you emerge and you are short of the halfway mark, and then Tanvir is coming to help you, then this is going to cost you very dearly. At least this show, because here you both are fighting. The moment you said about Siddaramaiah, the contractor coming out of Siddaramaiah, Tanvir didn't take like it.
Tanvir's leaders are known to go to all camps. They have entered all camps and come
They
out
are
in their
homogeneous.
long political career.
I am only.
Likewise, Till now, no, I'm not asking one question.
You can ask him the question. Let him respond.
He's saying that we went to all camps. We want to go to only one camp now. We want to go to Kannadiga's camp. Kannadiga scam. More than that, we don't want to go to anybody's scam. I want to tell you, you say PDP is a terrorist organization or terrorist party. Who formed government with them? You are the one. You said Nitish Kumar is a corrupt fellow. Who formed government with them? You did. I mean, now what are you talking about? If everybody comes saying that we were Apna Dal, who was the leader of Apna Dal? Atiq Ahmed. Who formed, who was a coalition?
No, but Tanvir, you're getting the fact wrong. No, as far as Apna Dal is concerned, no, 1 minute. Let's not get the facts wrong. No. Apna Dal, okay, one second. Atiq, no, 1 second. We're getting the facts wrong. Tanvir, as far as the Atiq part is concerned, that is the other Apna Dal, not the Apna Dal that they've got into an alliance. Let's stick to the fact. But make one last comment. He wanted to take a question. He wanted to ask you a question and then
see, the whole of JDS reservoir of strength is from old Mysore, as is understood from Karnataka politics. And you've been following it, you know it. And this, though the JDS gets its strength and support from old Mysore, Chief Minister Kumaraswamy had been the Chief Minister for 2 tenures. But his contribution to old Mysore has been nil. It was the BJP that conceived. It was the BJP that conceived an expressway.
Can I finish?
As simple a thing, an elementary thing as an expressway.
Allow him to respond. You've not done anything. Okay, Tanvir, I'll sharpen the question. Okay, now for everyone. Okay, Tanvir, this is answer you. 30 seconds.
Before, till Kumaraswamy came as a chief minister, Karnataka had 187 first grade colleges. Kumaraswamy contributed
I'm asking
250.
about old Mysore contribution.
One second.
Old Mysore
Sir,
contribution.
Kumaraswamy contributed 250. Before independence and till date, before Kumaraswamy came as the chief minister, we had 1,187 high schools. Kumaraswamy contributed 1,800. 5 engineering colleges, 4 medical colleges. Every Vikala Chetna, every person with physical disability were given 2,500 rupees. Sir, let me finish, sir. Don't see. So if 13,000 crores of farmer loan waiver, if it is not a contribution, making you people rich, if that was not a contribution, yes, we are guilty of not making BJP rich. We are successful.
You have still not answered what it is for old Mysore. Nothing, no answer.
But I also want to ask you this because very quickly, because you had been talking about development, but your, this BJP state president has also said that love jihad is so much more important than
that Yakshagana artist who said 40 rupees is going to be the dollar, right? Petrol price. That Yakshagana artist, that drama artist, is that your president?
Why are you getting frustrated?
That drama artist is your president. That drama artist is your president. I mean,
at least I expect some dignified language from
Arey, drama is a great dignified man. Only one award that man deserves is an Oscar. I think we need to really get him an Oscar.
Don't get frustrated.
For BJP to accuse somebody else of going to somebody else's door, it is absolutely ridiculous because BJP has never formed a government on their own. They have never won a full majority through votes. It's all the time they have been struggling to go full people or Operation Kamala or something like that. When history speaks, tell me one time when you won a full majority and you have formed the government. One. Secondly, he was asking of denotification, he was accusing of denotification. When your chief minister went to jail for denotification charges, Mr. Yediyurappa. Then how can you accuse of somebody?
No, I am asking him.
You are one.
I am asking him. It may be so, but I am asking him. What about your denotification?
All the problems with you have the answer. See, your own CM went to jail for denotification. First, you have to answer that. You have to tell the people of Karnataka. No, corruption charges first leveled by your own people, sir.
Tell us, Siddaramaiah deleted 900 acres. Siddaramaiah deleted 900 acres from Arunachal. Tell us what it is.
He gave a statement last week.
When Yediyurappa when he was facing these charges, it was your leader who actually at that point in time raised this entire question that when you are leveling charges against a senior leader like Yediyurappa, you'll have to think twice. There has to be some credentials before any of these charges are leveled. It was your leader.
See, time and again this point is being raised that where is the proof or who brings in the investigative part or something. Let me tell you one thing. When UPA was in power, every 3 months or every quarter there used to be this CAG reports. Where it used to upright, criticize the government wherever it needed to be. I'll complete. It would, even support the government wherever the government has done good work. Now, in the last 9 years, can you show me one CAG report? One. Is the CAG alive? Do you even know who is the CAG now?
Wait.
Likewise, what about the Lokayukta? What about the ACP that these people said that we show the Lokayukta? What is this? All these organizations, they have ensured, they have destroyed all these organizations, whether it is the CAG, whether it is the
One second.
High Court actually intervened with the judgment and knocked down the ACP of Sikra.
ಏನು ತಮಾಷೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಪ್ಪ. ಯಾರು PF ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಕೇಸ್ನ ಹಿಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಪಡೆದು ಅವರೇ ಇವತ್ತು ನಮಗೆ ಭವಿಷ್ಯದ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಕೊಡಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದವ್ರೆ. ನನ್ನ ಓಟು ಸುಳ್ಳಿನ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿಗಲ್ಲ, ಮೋದಿಜಿಯವರ ಡಬಲ್ ಇಂಜಿನ್ ಸರ್ಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ. ಅವರೇ PFI ಬ್ಯಾನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು, ನಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಕಾಪಾಡಿದ್ದು, ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿನ ಉಳಿಸಿದ್ದು.
ಈ ಬಾರಿಯ ನಿರ್ಧಾರ ಬಹುಮತ ಬಿಜೆಪಿ ಸರ್ಕಾರ, ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿಯ ಸಾಕಾರ.
Amity has been ranked India's #1 not-for-profit private university for 10 years, with top 10 ranked institutions in management, engineering, biotech, law, masscom, telecom, hospitality, fashion and more. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಏನ್ ತಮಾಷೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಪ್ಪ. 60 ವರ್ಷ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕನ ನೆಟ್ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ ಮಾಡಿದಿದ್ರೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ನನ್ನ ಓಟು ಸುಳ್ಳಿನ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿಗಲ್ಲ, ಮೆಟ್ರೋ, ಹೈವೇ, ಏರ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್, ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಸ್, ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ ಸೆಂಟರ್ನ ನೀಡಿದವ್ರಿಗೆ. ನನ್ನ ಓಟು ಡಬಲ್ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ಗೆ, ಡಬಲ್ ಬೆನಿಫಿಟ್ಸ್ಗೆ, ಮೋದಿಯವರ ಡಬಲ್ ಇಂಜಿನ್ ಸರ್ಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ.
ಈ ಬಾರಿಯ ನಿರ್ಧಾರ ಬಹುಮತ ಬಿಜೆಪಿ ಸರ್ಕಾರ, ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿಯ ಸಾಕಾರ.
That is Christian Michelle. First visuals on your scene. Christian, would you want to speak? Christian, have you turned down the brewer? Christian, would you give facts to India? सिद्धार्थ 8 तारीख को हार्ड ड्राइव से डेटा डिलीट हुआ था. रिपब्लिक पूछ रहा आपसे. सिद्धार्थ मैं पूछ रहा हूँ, 8 तारीख को हार्ड ड्राइव से डेटा डिलीट हुआ था. हार्ड ड्राइव से, आपने बताया क्या था डेटा? 8 हार्ड ड्राइव का डेटा डिलीट हुआ था या नहीं?
यहाँ पर लिखा गया है स्टैंड. इसी जगह से सचिन वाजे को बोला गया था खड़े रहने के लिए.
सिद्धार्थ 8 तारीख को हार्ड ड्राइव से डेटा डिलीट हुआ था. रिपब्लिक पूछ रहा आपसे. सिद्धार्थ मैं पूछ रहा हूँ, 8 तारीख को हार्ड ड्राइव से डेटा डिलीट हुआ था. हार्ड ड्राइव से, आपने बताया क्या था डेटा? 8 हार्ड ड्राइव का डेटा डिलीट हुआ था या नहीं? That is Christian Michelle. First visuals on your scene. Christian, would you want to speak? Christian, have you turned down the...
Essentially said you're sidestepping the issue as well. What he's essentially raising is the reservation issue, and you're saying you're hiding behind the EWS. And also another point that also Shravan asked you in the beginning is that what was the point of it? Was it not majority appeasement on your part as well?
Not at all. The reason is this. Since Devegowda brought in this 4% unconstitutional quota, it was about 20 years ago, in the 90s.
But if it was...
Why do you need to go to the court when you have sovereign power to withdraw?
It was unconstitutional.
When you have the power to withdraw, why do you need to go to court?
3 times in the last 2 years, they didn't do it.
In the middle.
They do it now.
In the meantime,
politics.
After Devegowda...
But that being said, don't you... That was the entire point from the beginning, wasn't it? The national parties... One second. Gentlemen, one second. My point is that, and I was coming to you, sir. essentially.
The fathers of the constitution.
Sir, why did you never change? Why did you never
fight for you?
We've got the reservation issue. We've got each of your positions.
Chief Minister. You didn't do it over the last 30 years when you had 4 Chief Ministers.
There was unconstitutional
You
finally
for
declared in
votes.
between.
If you blame
It was
Congress for
declared
appeasement,
unconstitutional
you are also
between
doing
us.
appeasement.
We had the political
On that note, I would like an answer from you on that, because we have seen how the national parties in fact had been playing this game of appeasement politics. So the regional parties, once again, what is your point on this? And then we quickly move on to the last issue.
See, firstly, actually, the very reason why BJP really did that was they did really understand both this community, especially the Panchamshali Lingayat, were moving away, and the entire party. Internally, within the party of BJP, there were a lot of noises which were happening. Last minute, they wanted to really play a master stroke, saying that we hate Muslims. We want to really bring it across to a certain community. But however, Kannadigas, if at all, I interact with Vakaligas and Lingayas on everyday basis. They say definitely we wanted reservation, not at your cost, because they see the livelihoods of Muslims, which is like horrible. They definitely do it. But Karnataka is definitely going to give a befitting reply to both these national parties who have really not understood Karnataka's issues. They are the one who played Bajrang Dal issue, and they are the one who played reservation. But Karnataka issues are much greater, stronger. I mean, we are competing with the world. But here is two parties which are, one is a dead meat, one is eating dead meat. One is a vulture, one is a vulture, one is a vulture, and one provided dead meat. Vultures, political vultures, political vultures, BJP.
Very long time has been minus the resort.
Political vultures. Political vultures want to eat dead meat. Want to eat dead meat. Dead meat.
Both of you.
Dead meat.
Both of you will have to be very cautious. You all are accusing each other, but I'm going to also hold you accountable post 13. Asking who is the political vulture if at all things change. But ladies and gentlemen, since we are running short of time, last little bit the fun element also without no Karnataka elections has been minus the resort politics. But Syed, before this debate began, he said, please save us this time from any resort politics.
Yes,
I was actually telling him, you don't have to bear the brunt. We have to bear the brunt.
We will have to bear the brunt.
Tanvir will go into some hiding. Sudhindra will go to either Chhattisgarh or Rajasthan. Where will you go?
I think you will attain a majority.
Okay. So let's begin. So as we began, see, there are multiple hotels nearby. Tanvir tonight, please tell us which hotel are you going to, so that I'll put our reporters there, because there are multiple resorts nearby. They are going to choose the farthest, whatever remaining time that they have in Chhattisgarh. But
we'll have to make our plans according to that. Yes.
I think, what really happens, the sense that I get, hopefully this time the mandate will not be fractured, because the moment it does, it has its own compulsion. So I'll take this final word from you, Tanvir. Alliance politics has its own problems. Are you really hopeful that you'll have the number? Because this time your boss finally ended up telling me that there were problems in terms of distribution of money, the candidates, etc. And that could have basically clutched on to your problems, which essentially meant you may not get the majority. So as Mr. Kumaraswamy says, he wants to be the king, no longer the kingmaker. Will things change, or you think?
18th of May, I would definitely allow you to, that is Devegowda's birthday. Let's finish, I'm smart enough. 18th of May is Devegowda's birthday, and after that we would definitely have a swearing ceremony. I would definitely ensure that both of you would get the front seat when Kumaraswamy would swear in the name of farmers, in the name of God. He would definitely swear in. I would definitely allow you. Kumaraswamy is going to be the chief minister. That is what Karnataka and Kannadigas definitely need. And regarding who we are going to go with and what is going to win, we will cross the bridge when we are there.
Okay, Vivek, last, the biggest accusation against your party has been who's your chief minister face. Whenever we ask you, he said it's but obvious the chief minister was Raj Bommai. But Tanveer says it's the Prime Minister's face that you're going to win the elections, or not win the elections, or simply the Prime Minister's face that is going to help you tide.
That's the narrative. We also saw that PM is the X factor for the BJP in Karnataka. Is that the thing that you're hinging on?
There's nothing wrong in being that. What is wrong? Because he has the charisma, he has the ability, he has the potential, and so
only one engine is working, double engine is not working.
That attraction is always there.
Okay.
And the state government will,
So if you win,
bring up it's one of its best
if you win,
leaders.
do we see Basavaraj Bommai as the Chief Minister?
Possibly, or anybody chosen by the High Command. I think it is a question that is to be decided.
And Sudhindra, as I said, I found it the most interesting because both the leaders, both the Chief Minister aspirants I spoke to, both of them ensured in my interview they would say that I am also in the race, I am also in the race. Both wanted to make this point very clear.
I'm the only one.
Yeah, so who's going to be?
If you have interviewed and a couple of other people like Dr. Parameshwar or MB Patel, even they are also.
They've already done that to my colleague.
So what I'm trying to tell you, there is no wrong. We have 10 aspirants, we have 10 capable people. Unlike BJP where they are even reluctant to name one. It is not the case.
But the Parivar will decide.
We are proud that we are 8 to 10 who are capable people who can become the Chief Minister. And coming to the resort politics, all the surveys have very clearly predicted a beautiful, handsome, full-headed majority to us. So there is no way that
Dreams are delectable, reality is quite harsh. Don't do this. Dreams are delectable, reality is harsh.
This is the problem. See, Syed will say that this is end up saying this is what political parties do to someone like Syed. He's saying that I'm the poor citizen of this city who never gets whose voice is muzzled.
Citizen and they both will sit in the opposition the same way like that.
So will you take Syed also? Yeah.
He is a citizen, so because we are a part of people.
Honestly, I think it's too early to call the shots. Rocky Balboa beautifully said, it ain't over till it's over, till the last vote. But there's a funny thing in Kannada. The funny thing in Kannada is that no matter who forms the government, CM to Mukhyamantri to Kumaraswamy banega. But let's hope that there is one majority government which rules for 5 years, which does not do communal politics like hijab, azan, loudspeakers, scrapping of Muslim. And what a government is going to treat Muslim brothers, Hindu brothers, vocally algat as one state, one unity and peace. And to the youth, we need jobs, we need better facilities, better engagements. We do not want divisive forces. We want secular forces to come in, look everybody in the same eye. As a youth of Karnataka,
So that is BJP.
I need to feel
That is
true.
BJP.
That is not BJP.
You have said it right. That is BJP. Away from appeasement.
All right, gentlemen, we're gonna have to.
That is BJP.
Anyway, gentlemen, we're gonna have to leave
Having
it at
an
that.
estimation of 30 and to think of dreaming of becoming a chief minister,
Well,
I think that also calls for a lot of courage.
All right, so gentlemen, we're gonna have to leave it at that. Of course, we're gonna have to wait till 13th of May to find out which one of you were right. And as Shravan also said, we're gonna hold you accountable for the statements that you made today, and we're gonna show you this debate and probably ask you these questions on 13th again, right? So on that note, Shravan, let's wrap up.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Tanveer, Vivek, Sudhindra, as well as Syed Abbas. It's always a pleasure to have all of you on Republic TV. On this weekend debate, we've essentially touched upon the major issues that most of you would want to at least hold your netas accountable for. But let's hope come 13th, it's a clear victory for whichever party is the best and has been chosen by the people of Karnataka. But it's only on Republic TV you get the fastest results. And don't forget, it would be Arnab Goswami getting you the fastest results on 13th. And we'll see you once again on 12th of May when we begin our election result coverage. Thank you very much for watching the Weekend Debate.
ಏನು ತಮಾಷೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಪ್ಪ, ಯಾರು PF ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಕೇಸ್ನ ಹಿಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಪಡೆದು ಅವರೇ ಇವತ್ತು ನಮಗೆ ಭವಿಷ್ಯದ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಕೊಡಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದವ್ರೆ. ನನ್ನ ಓಟು ಸುಳ್ಳಿನ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿಗಲ್ಲ, ಮೋದಿಜಿಯವರ ಡಬಲ್ ಇಂಜಿನ್ ಸರ್ಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ. ಅವರೇ PF ಬ್ಯಾನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು, ನಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಕಾಪಾಡಿದ್ದು, ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿನ ಉಳಿಸಿದ್ದು.
ಈ ಬಾರಿಯ ನಿರ್ಧಾರ ಬಹುಮತ ಬಿಜೆಪಿ ಸರ್ಕಾರ, ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿಯ ಸಾಕಾರ.
सिद्धार्थ 8 तारीख को हार्ड ड्राइव से डेटा डिलीट हुआ था, रिपब्लिक पूछ रहा आपसे। सिद्धार्थ